here today to take you through some of my favorite things to do to ensure that I have a super successful thrifting trip. I recently went to a kilo sale and along the way also found a fashion sample sale which included a whole bunch of thrifted, reworked, secondhand and vintage pieces. I picked up some pretty good things, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity to let you in on what I do to make sure I find great pieces and don't make any mistakes, keep focused and come away with great finds. There'll be a link in the description box to my website so you can check out all the things that I make and all the items that I upcycle and rework. But today is going to be about what I'm really looking for, whether it's something for my own personal wardrobe or something to sell. I thought I'd let you in on what I do and hopefully that's of some use to you. The first thing that we need to tackle is, what are you wearing? It's no doubt that you're going to be trying on things or seeing if they work, and so it's always helpful if the outfit that you're wearing is easy to throw things on, take something off. On this day I wore a pair of shorts, super hot. We were in the midst of a heat wave at the time, here in the UK anyway. I just wore a men's oversized shirt. Classic no-brainer there. I had a bikini top underneath. Under normal circumstances, if it wasn't so hot, this would probably be a tank top or a t-shirt. Being a whole summer vibe, I decided to go with the bikini top. Easy layered items that I can quickly get changed in and out of. Super important. Go with a plan. Don't be walking around thinking, oh, I might get this, or let me look at some blouses, let me get distracted by the jewelry. No. Know what it is that you are looking for. Of course, for me, that's menswear. I'm going straight to the shirt section. I'm going straight for the blazers. That's what I make a beeline for. I skim over and I do browse, and of course I get distracted as well, but I know that I don't need any of that stuff. I definitely stay focused on the sections that I'm looking in, and then within that I focus on what I really want to find. Of course, specific to me and what I do, I am looking for shirts. So what is it that you should really look for if you are looking to buy a men's secondhand shirt? First things first, check the areas that are prone to marks or stains that aren't really going to be suitable for lots of rewearing if they are in fact stained. You're checking the collar, making sure that there are no permanent stains or that you'll be able to wash it if it is a little bit dirty. The cuffs, are they grimy? Sometimes there's a lot of wear, especially on vintage shirts. The threads will be coming loose, they might have a hole in it. And check the pits. A little bit nasty. It's the truth. There's a lot of sweat stains that go on in men's shirts. Trust me, I know. I'm always looking at these things. A lot of them also can't be removed, or they'll be very insect deodorant or something like that. So check those key areas that you know you're still going to get a fresh looking item after a wash through the machine. Now, I got super lucky on this particular trip in that I found the perfect men's white tuxedo shirt. A fresh white shirt, super hard to come by, of course, for the aforementioned reasons. Generally they'll have marks on them, or they just won't be very good quality. What you want to look for is obviously the fabric. Check if it's polyester and a cotton blend. Not all polyester blends are bad, some of them can be really good. But you want to just check what the fabric composition is, if the label is available for you to look at. Detail. You can see on this one there's a little burgundy in the collar there. It's also got a little detail on the side over there. These things mean that you're getting a little bit more of a premium shirt. Of course, then check the fit. Play in the changing room. Wrap it over, roll up the sleeve, see what you can do to make it your own, and think about while you're doing that, what am I going to wear this with? This one in particular, I'll show you a little trick. You often get men's shirts that are meant to be worn with cufflinks. So if they have a super long cuff like this, it's not the best look. It's great for an editorial moment or you want to take a picture for the old Instagram, but for me, they do get in the way and they can be quite intense if they're very stiff to roll up as well. So we are folding this inside. Just pushing it in. I mean, on my shirt designs, I actually stitch this in like that, so you get this very clean edged cuff. But it's a quick and easy way, especially with these longer cuffs. It really stays in there, so don't worry if you find one of those. You don't have to cut anything off or have it altered. You can literally just turn it inside, and that stiffness actually creates a cool modern effect on the sleeve as well. Now let's dive in to blazers. If you are into finding yourself a men's blazer, it can be quite difficult and it can be quite daunting, and a lot of people bail out at the first hurdle. What I like to look for, and what I'm looking for right now, is solid colors. It's very easy to find textured fabrics, checks, that sort of thing, or things that might have a little bit too much shine. Bad suiting is very, very rife in charity shops. You're looking for something that's good quality, preferably a wool or something like that, or at least a blend. And then within that, a solid color. So what I mean is not a print, not a check, nothing with texture to it. It's just going to give you more of a modern feel to the blazer. This one in particular is really great. It's like a neutral greeny gray color, and I'm going to be upcycling this one to sell. I did a little vote on my Instagram, so it's going to be a minimal blazer. That's one of the styles that I do. I just do two, a modern or a minimal, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to turn out. If you're shopping for yourself and you want to know if a blazer is really going to work, pop it on, stand around, pose. I've done a little video on little tips and tricks with blazers. I'll pop the little link up here. You really want to stand in the mirror and move. Pose, put your hand in your pockets, wrap it over yourself. Imagine if you're going to belt it, what you're going to wear it with, and how you're really going to look living and just breathing life into the blazer. Of course, they're men's blazers, they're not too fitted, and of course they're not going to fit perfectly, but that's the point. I'm assuming that if you are shopping for this, that's the vibe that you want. That's the vibe I want. I'm checking, can I deal with the shoulder? Do I think the line is right? Is the shoulder pad too much? Is it something I can deal with? Does it work? Of course, I upcycle these, so with this one in particular, I'm looking to see if I fold the collar in, what does it look like? If I shorten the hem a little bit, what does that look like? So all these things come into play and really help me make a decision on whether this is something I really want to purchase. Sometimes I come across items that are not great, that I do really like, but something might be missing. This blazer in particular is not bad at all. It's black, I think it's actually a polyester blend, but it's not really bad at all. 45% wool and 52% polyester, 3% elastane. So not 100% wool, but it's a really nice feeling fabric. It's got quite a nice structure to it. When I put it on though, great boxy fit. Arms are too short for me. I like things a little bit longer. I want some fabric to push up, to play with, and I don't really want to feel like the blazer's oversized but the sleeve is too short, or anything that feels a little bit weird to me. I had the thought, however, that prior to going into the shop, remember, like I said, go with a plan, I have been seeing a lot of boxy waistcoat tops, summer tailoring vibes, worn with pleated trousers, and it just really inspired me as something that I wanted to see if I could make out of an existing men's blazer. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but because I decided not to take this one as something that I'm going to upcycle and sell on my website, I thought I'll use it as a little experiment, and I'm going to try and make myself a beautiful summer waistcoat. Are we calling it a waistcoat actually, or a vest? I think it might just be called a vest. Waistcoat feels like it's part of a three-piece men's suit. Anyway, I digress. Let's see how this one comes out. Always keep a lookout for things that might not be perfect, but if you are a little bit savvy, you have a great alterations person, or you yourself can sew, think about what you can do to upcycle them. If you have a day where you come away with something really great that opens you up to a new label, a new brand that you never knew about, and becomes all inspiring, you're seriously winning. I found this Ada shirt, and I'll admit, I didn't know what it was. Because of the label, and you can also see this very cool little stitching detail on the back. Also, as I looked at the shirt, I could see the collar has been cut away there. The cuff on the sleeve has also been cut away. So I started to think to myself, this is not something that someone's done themselves. It's like an upcycling project. There's also buttons down the side which are fully functioning. And I kind of realized this might be something special. On the spot, this is a great thing to do. Have a quick Google. I was opened up to this Korean label, Ada Era, I think their site is. I'll pop it down below here. Very, very cool. I found so much styling inspiration on there, how they put their outfits together. The shirts that they make have a reworked quality already. It's like they're all interchangeable, adaptable, have weird asymmetric things going on. It's really, really brilliant. I love this shirt. I love all the details. I love that you can take the buttons over and style it in different ways. I've really had a good play with this. That's what I like to do with the shirts that I upcycle anyway. And I just felt like this shirt was sitting there waiting for me.
I guess I'll be on my way now. You just give me a...
I've spoken about having a plan and not wanting to make mistakes, but there are times where you do find something that you're not looking for or not expecting to find, but it's just something that you have to have. One of the things that I came away with that I was really, really glad to find was this pair of army trousers. They had stacks of these hanging, as you can imagine, with the usual 501 Levi's and all that sort of thing, but they had loads and loads of jumpsuits and army trousers that have been reworked into fun things. I in fact don't have a pair of khaki green trousers, so I didn't mind adding this into my wardrobe, and these are just so fun. I'm a fan of the 80s, it's never gonna leave me, and that whole Michael Jackson aesthetic. I saw the red stripe down the side and just thought, this is my vibe. They're cropped at the bottom, just cut off, and they definitely have marks and signs of wear, but along with that, great details. So full working pockets, all this great little belting there. I love how the belt loops are really, really wide and big. A point of difference, something that feels a bit special and something that has a story. As much as I'm a upcycler and reworker, I have to appreciate when other people do the same. That's it for this video on my favorite things to do when I am thrifting, secondhand shopping, vintage shopping, looking for old things to make new. This is how I navigate it. What I'm gonna do now is take some time and I'm going to rework that black blazer into the vest that I mentioned, and I'm also going to give everything a good wash, a good press. I'll hopefully also have reworked the blazer into a minimal style, and then what I'll do is make a video styling my thrifted finds in new, modern, fresh ways. That'll be in 2 weeks time. The next one is going to be a slow down. I think following a shopping video, even though it is secondhand and a sustainable way to shop, I also want to just balance things out on this channel. So the next one is going to be about slow fashion and my take on that. So I will see you then.